As part of my final major project, I have to create a starter video or something to start my research off, and so I decided to make it into a video so I can talk about things in more detail, and it will be quite personal as obviously I'm talking to the camera and to you, I suppose. So what my final major project is about women in society, especially in the music industry. Now, I chosen this subject because it's not really talked upon, and I have a massive passion for music, and I really love female artists, and I don't think they get enough recognition, especially the new upcoming, original, not so much the sponsored, mainstream artists, as you would say, but the new and upcoming. So I want to make something to represent them and to give them more exposure, I suppose. But today in this video I will just be talking about my inspirations, who inspires me, what inspires me, and how I got to the point where I was like, hang on a minute, this could be a good idea for a project. So the starting point of this video is what inspires me, and a lot of things inspire me around, whether it's big, small, very minimal or very big, something that's important, or it's just, a little thing I see in the street. Everything gives me an idea, whether it's subtle or it's very, very outgoing and very presentable. Mainly I get inspired by music, and it's always, ever since I was little, I always wanted to be in the music industry, I guess, whether that's doing what I want to do now as a music photographer, or getting on stage and singing to people. Music's my main inspiration. As a child, what did you listen to? When I was small, I grew up with bands who, funnily enough, I listen to now. So with bands like Oasis, The Kooks, The Hoosiers, not so much now I listen to, but... So mainly 2000s indie bands. So on my mum's side, and then my dad's side, he listened to Nirvana, Foo Fighters, and people like that. So mix them together, indie rock basically, and that's what I listen to now. I am quite open about what I listen to, but when I was little I went through so many phases of what I used to listen to. It was crazy on so many phases I had. One thing I was listening to, and then it was completely different the next, and then it jumped back, and then so it's just a circle really, because what I used to listen to when I was little I listen to now, and so when I grow older a little bit I might go back to the bands I used to listen to, if that makes any sense. Who was your favourite artist as a child and why? I remember the first proper artist I fell in love with, and that was when I was 11 years old in primary school, and that was Jessie J. She really inspired me because she got bullied when she was little, and she took that experience and turned it into music, I guess. And then I have inspirations like Amy Winehouse, because obviously her expressions through songs as well is really important. And then I had when I was 8 years old, I used to listen to Hannah Montana, and I used to want to see her so much. And I remember once I went to a Smith's toy superstore. I don't know if it's Smith's or Smythe's, but that's irrelevant. And I saw this girl near the Hannah Montana section, and she was buying something. And I was like, oh, you like Hannah Montana too? And then her mum was like, oh yeah, we're going to see her in the Big Apple, and I got really jealous. And I'm still jealous of her because she saw one of my artists that I love, what I used to love. So yeah. The first CD I ever bought was, I can't actually remember, it was Jessie J, Who You Are Platinum Edition. Or it might have been Nicki Minaj Starship, no. Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday. Either one. I was 11 around the same time. Did your parents have any inspiration to your music taste? I would say yes, definitely. What I grew up listening to, I listen to now. Not as much, but yeah, it's become a part of my day-to-day life. If it comes on shuffle, I won't skip it. I won't say, oh, I don't like this, because I used to like it when I was little. But yeah, so it's a part of my life now. So, and it's not bad music, because if I listened to it when I was little and I enjoyed it then, I'm obviously going to enjoy it now. Like, nothing's really changed. Who are your favourite artists now, and how did you find out about them? My favourite artist of all time, bottom line, is the 1975. I've loved them since I was 13 years old, and 5 years, that's crazy. And I'd say my second favourite band is Catfish and the Bottom End. They're really good as well. And then my third is Pale Waves, who are a female fronted band. And I saw them in February 2018, and they were so good, and I met all of them, and I would love to do work for them one day, because they're just so lovely people, and they're so nice, and I love them. Do you think there's underrated artists that people should know about? Definitely, yes. There's a lot of artists and bands I listen to that are underrated. I have a whole list of just female fronted bands that are so underrated, and that should deserve more recognition. But I don't know if it's just because you're a woman it's harder to get into the industry, or is it just because there's so many people out there who is trying to be upcoming, fresh, original faces. But that's what I want to, look into and make something out of this project, because I want to explore the differences between female artists and how they get recognised, and male artists and how they get recognised, and how it's different and how it's the same. So that's the main thing. And obviously I'm all about gender equality, and everyone should be, really. There's no way about that. You just have to, I think, just because you're a different gender, it doesn't mean you've got more or less of a chance to get where you want to be in life. And that's all I really have to say at the moment. The main three aspects I would like to present is, one is photography. That would be the platform, the product, the product is the photography, as I want to capture moments that could last forever. That sounds very cliche and very pretentious and whatnot, but it does, it's good, it's great, I love it. And that's what I want to do when I'm older. So photography would be the main way I present my work. The second aspect is music, as it's what it's based around. So that could be presented in an interview, or in an album review, single review, concert review, or just anything to do with music, I suppose. And then the third one is women. So I wanted to focus this project about women in society, well, women in the music industry as such, because I'm a woman, I'm passionate about music. I would love, the whole gender equality to be level with each other, and it's, you can only move forward. No, you can't actually, that's not true. So yeah, I'd love to contribute to the whole equality, reaching out to women, and all that stuff. That sounds very brief, but this video is the start of my project, so it's going to be a little bit brief. So I can go into more research when I get more ideas and inspirations and find new things, and I'm very excited for it. So yes, thank you for watching this video. Sorry if it's rambling on, but I will, I don't know, possibly make another video update of what I found and whatnot. Yeah. Goodbye. Forgot to mention, I was inspired to make this project a reality when it was International Women's Day, and obviously that's a massive day for women, you know, they celebrate, they march, you know, they debate and stuff, and I felt like I wanted to do something that's not just because it's International Women's Day. It should be standard. Everyone should celebrate everything, you know.